another minute, start the session. Okay, so let's start. We have around 15 people. So, hello everyone. My name is Omkar Joshi. I'm course instructor for computational thinking, and I will be conducting today's live session. It's a solve with us session for week 7, and as I hope you all are aware about how this solve with us solve with us instructor, these sessions are conducted. And they are conducted on the a specific web page, a specific portal named PeerDeck, right? So let me share the PeerDeck link with you. So please join this particular link and then we'll start from there. Have you got the link? Anybody, can you confirm?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so please join this PeerDeck. Okay, as I see, one student has joined. Two. Okay, so numbers are increasing. Quickly, everybody, please join the peer deck, then we can start the class. You simply have to click on that link and log in using your either your online degree ID or maybe some other email ID. Anything is fine. Just click on that link and log in. Then you will be able to join the peer deck. Okay,
Excuse me,
so
sir.
I'm seeing some. Yeah, Ritik.
Sir, due to some issue, I was not able to watch the lecture of week 7. So if I uh, watch this session, this 2 hour session, will I able to solve all the graded assignment question of week 7?
Uh, yeah, you can. I mean, you can try, but I mean, this session is more towards how to solve specific set of questions, right? We will not be covering every single concept which is taught in the week 7 content. So week 7 is in general about dictionaries. So we will be talking about dictionaries throughout next 2 hours. But solving a question is one aspect, and learning a concept is a different aspect. So today we'll be focusing on solving part, not the learning of that concept. So for that, it's always better, for you to watch the lectures. Definitely, solving these questions or being part of this session will be helpful, but that's not an alternative to watching lectures.
Okay, sir, but I'm asking, should I first go to watch the lecture and then I will try to attend this session on
It's
YouTube, or?
fine. I mean, there are some minor things which you might struggle initially, but with the explanations and other things, you can catch up. So you can you can continue to be a part of this session. Not a problem. Okay, but what I'm saying is, at least later on, do watch those lectures. Okay, don't skip those. That's my point.
Okay, sir, means
Okay.
due to the time constraint, this session will be enough to solve the questions, right, sir?
Yeah, I believe that that's the case. Okay. Sure.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And anyway, if you are not understanding anything, you can always ask that particular thing and ask the doubt, and we will be, we will be explaining those. Not, not just in this session, even otherwise, right? So yeah, you can you can use that. Okay, so Peer Deck, just click on the link and you will be able to join the session.
So,
No
sir,
key
it is
required.
asking for passcode.
Okay,
So
if it's asking for a
it is
passcode,
asking for the passcode.
yeah, so this is the passcode. I have posted that EELFOM. If you click on the link which I shared, right, it will not even ask for a passcode. Just click on the link, it will not ask for passcode. And if you have went to join PD manually, then please enter this passcode EELFOM. Others, I'm seeing 20 people in the session, but only 8 have joined. Now just 10. Others, please quickly join. Without that, we can't start the session.
Sir, it shows slide 1 of 19. Is that enough or?
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. It should show something like computational thinking week 7
Yeah,
solve with us.
yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what it should show. So I will share my screen as well, just to be, so this is what we are talking about. This is what you all should be able to see. I hope you are seeing this, right? And if
Yes.
that's the case, then you are at the right place. Others, what happened? Okay, so let's start the session. Others, whoever joins later on and so on, please keep sharing this link with them, and so that they will be also able to join, right? So simply this link is enough. No passcode or nothing is required. Just click on the link and you will be able to join the peer deck for this particular session. Okay, so without any further delay, let's start with question number 1. So this is slide 2, and this is my this is first problem 0. It's very basic, that's why it's problem 0 in just a true false kind of a question. So look at the question, read the pseudocode, and accordingly you have to just submit your answer, either A, B, or true false, whatever your answer is, right? So you have, let's say, 5 minutes. 5 minutes are enough. Go through the question carefully. Let me know if you have, in case if you have any doubts with the question itself, and I'll explain that. Otherwise, this is where it is. Okay, please go to the question. Yeah, all those who are joining late, please click on the link available in the chat window and join the session.
Sir, after clicking the option, we have to press anything.
No need. Just type over there and that's enough. You don't have to click on submit or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay. So I have received responses from 2 people so far.
The screen is
Will
not
be-
visible.
Sorry. Yeah, I've just stopped sharing because I'm checking what the responses
Okay.
I'm getting. Yeah. So I have 3 responses. There's a split choice between true and false. So let's see what others are doing. Okay, now slowly numbers are increasing. Others who are not aware what is happening, this is a solve with the session, so you have to join peer deck using the link shared in the chat window. Click on that link and try to solve the problem which is available on your screen. Just select option A or B, whichever you think is correct, true or false. So what exactly you are able to see right now? Can you see the question 0, the problem 0?
Computational thinking week 7 solved with the
Okay, sorry. Can you see this one now? The problem 0?
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yeah.
problem.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I have some 10 responses. What about others? 20 have joined, only 10 responses, maybe another couple of minutes. Guys, let me know in case if you are not able to understand the question in the first place, all right? You can raise your hand or simply unmute and ask your doubt if you're not able to understand the question. No point in waiting if you haven't understood the question in the first place.
Sir, I have not understood.
Okay, who's that?
Sir, what is
Jivraj,
this
right?
each key?
Yeah, so each key is a function which we have introduced in week 7. So what it tells is whether the particular key is exists in the dictionary D or not. So when we say each key D comma B, what we are saying is D is a dictionary and this B is supposed to be a key, right? So B being a key, is this key inside D or not? Now B is a variable. So of course B being a variable, it will have some value. So whatever that value is, whether that value is a key inside D or not. If it is a key, it returns true. If it is not a key, it returns a false. So for example, if you observe this dictionary D, right? S, E and K. These three are keys at the initial stage, right? So at the initial value of D, S, E and K, these three are keys. So if you check is key D comma S, it will say true. But instead of S, E or K, let's say if I write something like is key D comma Z, right? I mean, Z is the value stored, Z is the character stored in B, then it will return false because Z is not a key in the dictionary. So that is what that is key function is.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So it's like, do you remember the member function of list? So
Yes, sir.
yeah, so it's very similar to that. Member returns true if the element is a member of list. Similarly, is key returns true if that element is a key inside dictionary.
Only we have to keep mind that first is only the key.
First, it's only key as in.
S colon 1, S is the
Yeah,
key
yeah, yeah.
only.
Correct, correct. So S is the key and 1 is the value. E is the key, 1 is the value. K is the key, 2 is the value. That is how dictionary is constructed. Every dictionary element has two fields, key and value, separated by colon. Okay, so yeah, any more doubts? Do you need any more time? Anyone is still trying to solve? If not, then we can.
And sir, dB
yeah.
is the value, right, sir? Corresponding to key B.
Yeah, B is not a key, B is a variable. If you see here, over here, can you see B is equal to single quotes? It's a character
dB,
variable.
D bracket B.
Okay, D of B, yeah, D of B as in we are accessing the value which is equivalent to key which is B. So B refers to the key and D of B refers to the value for that key. You getting it?
Yes, sir. I am getting
So
it, and I think it is only incremented when S and E.
okay, that's something we'll see. Okay. Okay, so let's see what responses are and then we'll go to the explanation part and whether we'll figure out whether which one is true or false is the right answer. So let's see the responses. Okay, 12 people are saying it's A, 4 are saying it's B. So I think 12 is the winner over here. Let's see whether that's the case. So 12 being false. So most of the people are saying the answer will be false, and there are few people who are saying the answer is true, right? 12 and 4 is the distribution. So let's see what's the correct answer for this question. Okay, let's move. Okay, now let's try to understand this particular pseudocode line by line. Okay, so what we have done, we have one variable which is a Boolean variable C, which is at false. I'm going line by line from top to bottom. Okay, and then there is another variable which is a character variable whose value is initially E, right? A is equal to E. Then D is equal to S, a dictionary with S1, E1, K2. Okay, so some dictionary is there, and then we are calling this particular procedure called is an alphabet. Okay, and that particular procedure accepts three parameters: X, A, and D. What is X? X is the word, right? If you remember from the question, X dot word is students with S at the end. Students is the word. So X dot word is students. So X refers to that particular entity. So X refers to that card, right? The card which we have taken from words dataset. And then A is this particular character E, and D is a dictionary which is this S1, E1, K2. Now we have initialized I to 1 and B is another variable. It's a character variable. That's why if you see the initialization,
X is
right?
row or word?
X is a row. X is a row. That whole row, right? So X dot word, X dot letter count, X dot part of speech, all this information is available. Okay. X
Okay.
is that one card in our data set. You remember that words data set, right? That blue color cards.
Yes, sir, I remember, but you said that X is X dot word.
No. X dot word is students. That's the information which we have. X dot words is students. So we know exact value which is stored in X dot word. So in X is the whole row. So we have that other information also with us, which we are using over here in while. While I
Yes,
is
sir.
less than equal to X dot letter count. This information is available only when the entire row is with us, right? So that is what is happening over here. We are iterating over that word for I less than equal to X dot letter count. What does that mean? I is initially 1 and we are incrementing I over here. So that means we are iterating over that word character by character, right? So that's why B is equal to ith letter of X dot word. So value of B will be every time a single character in the word. And what we are checking if that character is already a key in a dictionary or not. If it is a key, we are incrementing the value. If it is not a key, we are adding that key and setting value to be 1. So for example, if you remember the word is students, right? S-T-U-D-E-N-T-S. So let's start with S-T-U part, okay? So what happens with S? Now S is a key in inside D, right? S is a key in D. So in such a case, our if condition evaluates to be true. And because of that, our D of B will be incremented by 1. So right now, S was A1, now it will become 2 because we have another S as part of this particular word which we just now came across, right? So far, everybody is understanding what's happening?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next character is T, right? ST. So next character is T. When we check with T, now what is happening over here? Is key D comma B. Now what is the value of B? Value of B is T, the letter T, right? So that T letter T is not now, it's not a key in dictionary, right? There are three letters, three keys, S, E, and K. And because of that, it will return false. And now as return false, we will be executing else block. And what else block is doing? It is setting a value. D of B is equal to 1. Now what is D of B? D of B is T, right? That new key will be created with T and value 1 will be set against that. So after this execution, after 2 iterations, S value will become 2, and after this key, right, there will be one more key. I mean, order is not important, but one more key will be added over here, which will say in single quote T colon 1, because we are setting that value to 1. Right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so same thing will be done for U, D, E, N, T, and S. For all these characters, the same concept will be applied. If it is already a key, increment the value. If that letter is not there in the dictionary, then add that letter and set value as 1 as per the else block. So that's where we stand, right? And once the entire word is iterated upon, which is the word students, what we are checking? If D of A is greater than 2. Okay, if D of A is greater than 2, we are returning true. Otherwise, we are supposed to return false. What is D of A? What is A in the first place? Can somebody tell me what is A?
E.
A is
E.
letter E, right?
Sir, it
Then what
is
is D of E?
It is 2, sir.
D of E
Sir,
is,
it will be only once incremented.
okay, it is
It's a 1
originally it was 1.
increment.
Originally it is 1, and now there is another letter E in this word students. So it's again incremented. So the current value of E is 2, right? And what we are checking whether 2 is greater than 2 or not. And we know 2 is not greater than 2. So it will return false because this if block will not be executed. This return true statement will not be executed. And as this one doesn't execute, we will jump to next line, which is return false. And that is what this particular procedure will return. And that will be the final value of variable C over here. And that
Sorry,
is the reason. Yeah.
K had been equal to or E is equal to 2 set in dictionary, then it will return true, right? Because then it will go. It will
No,
go
E
above
is
2.
2, right? If E is greater than 2, it will return true.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I mean the condition is what? The value should be greater than 2, not equal to 2. So right now D of A is 2 and 2 is equal to 2, not greater than 2. So it will return false.
Sir,
Yeah.
this else block, this is the only one way to add a key and value pair in dictionary. There are other way also.
No, this is the only way to add a key. Okay, I
Okay,
mean,
sir.
you just see what happens is whenever we say D of B is equal to 1, what happens? Computer checks whether that particular key is there or not. If it is already there, then value is updated to 1. And if
Okay,
that
sir.
key is not there, then it adds the key and sets the value to 1.
And sir, one more doubt regarding dictionary, regarding data
Yeah.
type.
Uh-huh.
Any key, different type of data type can be there corresponding to key and value, or data type are
Yes,
fixed.
correct. Yes, no. Different different data types are allowed for keys and values. So, for example, right now we have character keys and integer values, right? We can have another element in the same dictionary with a different data type for key and different data type for value, which is absolutely all right. We can do have that. It is allowed.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
All right. Yes.
suppose that A is equal to K, then return true, no?
If D of, sorry, can you repeat?
A is equal to K,
A is equal to K. Okay, so what
then
is the current
return is
value
equal
of
to,
K? K is 2, right?
yes, sir.
She
But
will
it will
not be
not be
updated.
incremented due in word students. K will remain 2 only, right?
Right, sir.
So it will still return false. What if value of A is S, the letter S? Can somebody tell me what will happen if value of capital A, this A, right? A is equal to S instead of E. If I write
It
S
will
instead,
return true.
Yes, sir.
it will
It will
return
be
true.
S value will be 3, sir.
Right, correct. Because S value will be 3. Initially it is 1, And then as per our words students, there are two S at the first letter and last letter, both are S, right? And because of that, value of this key S will become 3. And now 3 is greater than 2, so it will return true. So only for that letter S, it will return true. For all other letters, it will return false. Is it clear?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is.
Clear.
Okay, so let's move to next slide. Please stop me in between if you're not you haven't understood any part. Okay, I'm more than happy to explain that block again. So as we were talking, the answer is false, right? So if everybody is clear with this, shall we start with next question?
Yes, sure.
Sir, can you repeat?
Sorry, who's that?
Sir, me, Ramandeep.
Okay, Ramandeep. So what's the doubt in this question?
Sir, I joined little late, so sir, I just want a brief summary.
Okay, so we are talking about a dictionary, and the value of this particular dictionary will be incremented if the key exists in that, and if it's not there, then we are adding the key and setting value to 1. Okay, and we were starting with word students. A is E, and initial value of E is 1. There is one more E, so value will be incremented to 2, and now 2 is not greater than 2, so we will return false. So that's the very abstract summary of this question. But Ramandeep, anyway, will be uploading these slides on the portal, as well as the session is being recorded or live streamed, right? So you will be able to get all these things later on. You can watch it. Okay.
Slides are already
So-
there, sir. I think.
Sorry.
Slides are already there in sir.
Yeah, it's being live streamed, right?
Hmm.
So you can watch it on YouTube. Okay, so let's start with second question. I mean the problem 1. This was very basic problem 0. Now let's start with problem 1, and it's a make note of it. It is MSQ. Okay, it's a multiple select question. Once again, go through the question thoroughly. Spend some time with the question statement itself. If there is any confusion with question, let me know. I will explain you that part. So once again, you have, let's say, 5 minutes to solve this question. Okay, so anybody, any doubt with the question? Or everybody is able to understood the question, able to understand the question?
Hmm. Oh, oh.
Hello, who's that? Please, if you're not talking here, please keep yourself on mute. Okay, so I assume no doubts with this question. So, and everybody is able to solve it?
Sir, I have doubt.
Yes, Ramanjit, tell me.
Sir, its answer should be D, but the line incorrect is 6.
Okay, I mean, that's something, the question is correct. Maybe you are going wrong with some understanding somewhere.
But sir, in D option there is also line 4 and 5.
Yes, so
But sir, line 4 and 5 are correct.
are you sure?
Sir, if is key and there should be also not is key, else.
It's not necessary that every time else part is there. Sometimes we are not interested in storing that information. Sometimes we are interested only in storing some specific type set of information, right? It's
Okay,
not
sir. Right.
necessary that else part is mandatory every time.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, so you should consider that fact as well while solving this question.
Sir, in dictionary can we have list also?
Yes, in dictionary we can have list.
Okay, sir.
See, it's a dictionary, it's a collection of values, right? So value can be anything. Can be another dictionary also. Okay, so as I'm seeing, some 18 people have submitted the response. Maybe let's wait for another minute or two, and then we'll see what the responses are and what's the correct answer.
Dictionary can also contain dictionary inside it.
Yes, it is possible.
Okay, sir.
See, as I said, right, dictionary is a collection of values, right?
Yes, sir.
So those values can be of any type, just like list. Inside list, you can store whatever you want. Only difference between list and dictionary is list is just a collection of values and dictionary is a collection of values with key associated against each value.
Okay, sir.
So you can directly access a specific value using that key which is unique.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Right? But yeah, it is possible to have a dictionary inside dictionary.
Okay, sir.
Sir, in C option, there is first, then bracket, then first middle. So the first is applied in only list, no?
Yeah,
First
so
method.
first medal is what? First medal of x dot name. It will return
It
a
is
list.
value, sir.
It will, yeah, it will return a value. But what that value is a list, no?
So type of first medal.
Yeah, what is the type of first medal of? It's not just first medal. First medal is a dictionary, correct. But what is first medal of x dot name? It will be a
Then will be
list.
gold, silver, like that.
Yeah, it will be a list. It will be a list of with all those medals inside it. And then we are taking first of that. That is what that particular line is.
Means keys are the player's name and medals are like which is first medal, like bronze is value.
Correct. No, I mean not just that value. It will be a list, right? Because one person, one player might have one more
Yes, sir.
than one.
With every player. This is
Okay, okay. So let me now, I mean, I have anyway enough responses are there. So let's try to understand the question first. Okay.
And sir,
So what is
in fifth
happening?
line,
Uh-huh.
in fifth line, first middle x dot name after is equal to. If a name does not exist, then what does it return?
Okay, if name does not exist, it returns false.
No,
If
no, no. In
names
fifth
not
line,
exist,
sir. After
In
is
fifth
equal.
line. In
Yes, sir.
fifth line,
After is
right?
equal.
But you will not even reach to line 5, right? If name does not exist. Because if name does not exist, in line number 4, your if condition will get false. And you will not execute line 5.
Okay,
You're
sir. Okay,
understanding
sir.
my point?
Yes, sir.
but
Yes, sir.
here, sir, we are trying to add the data in a dictionary.
Correct.
That means not false, then we add. If else, if already present, then we increment like this.
Correct. Okay. So let me, there is a lot of confusion with this question. Let's see the responses to see what level of confusion is there. Anyway, now I'll try to explain the question. Okay, let's go line by line and try to understand. First, let's see what the response is. Okay, the response is A, B, C, D. Okay. So the most of the people are saying option D is the correct answer, which is the 14 people are saying it. Then there is 7 people who are saying C and D both are correct. And some 2 people are saying only C is correct. Okay, so again, majority says D is the correct answer. Let's see whether that's right or wrong. Okay. All right. So first try to understand, let's analyze the question, then we'll go to pseudocode. What it says, the following pseudocode is executed using the Olympics dataset. Okay. At the end of the execution, first medal is a variable and it stores a dictionary with the player's name as a key mapped to type of their first medal. What it says, first medal is stores a dictionary with the player's name as a key. So, and the type of their first medal. So only first medal is something which we are interested in storing in this particular dictionary called first medal. So maybe first medal, person name maybe some who we have here. Let's say Ritik, and Ritik got, let's say, silver medal. The first ever medal he received is, let's say, silver medal. So what this dictionary is supposed to store? Ritik colon
Your
silver.
audio volume up down, sir.
Okay. Is it better now? There might
Yes,
be
sir. Now
some network issue here and there. Okay.
The audio is
So
right.
yeah, okay. So that is what we are storing. A person name followed by the first medal won by that player. Okay. Now what it says, but the code may have mistakes. Identify all such mistakes, right? So initially, if you now let's look at the pseudocode. The first medal is a dictionary which is empty. Then table 1 has more rows. Read the first row X from table 1, the standard stuff. Then what we are checking is key, first medal, comma, X name. And then we are appending some value in that dictionary. So something is happening in line 5. But the interesting part to note over here is, if we are saying, see, what this line 4 is, right? Each key, first medal, comma, X name. Now, as we know, first name is a dictionary, first medal, right? First medal is a dictionary and it is empty. And if it's an empty dictionary, that means it will not contain any information. So this first medal, comma, X name, it will always return false. For doesn't matter what is the value of X dot name. X dot name can be anything, but this particular function each key will always return false because first medal dictionary is empty. Everybody understood this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right?
yes, sir.
There is no way, this, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. This block will never execute because line number 4 will always get false as a result. Right?
Yes, sir. Sir, also in
Okay.
fifth line, where list are appended, one is list, but one is not list. So there should also be mistake, right, sir?
Yeah, that is correct. But as the correct answer being D, we are anyway replacing all 3 lines, right? 4, 5, 6. So the entire code block has to be updated. So the mistake is not just in line 4, it is there in line 5 also, as you correctly said, right? Because what we are doing, we are appending some medal, but we are not interested in that. We just want to know what is the first medal. If you see here, right? The player might have won 10 medals. We are not interested in knowing how many medals or what all those medals are. We are just interested in knowing which is the first medal, the type of first medal, silver, bronze, gold, or whatever. Okay. That's all the information which we want, the first medal. And that's why this should not be a list. So even this part is incorrect, as you rightly pointed out. Line 5, appending some medal in the existing list is also incorrect because the list itself is not there. We just want a player name followed by a type of medal. And that is why option D is correct in this case. What it says, simply replace line number 4 to 6, this particular if block, with this one. What this block says,
This block say is
It's
yes and not.
false. It's not true.
Player
Then
name
it's
is not exist.
add the data into the dictionary.
correct. That means if that particular person's information is not there, that particular player's information is not there in the dictionary, then set that particular value for that particular player. That is what the
And sir, since
yeah.
data is in ascending order, that's why this the first time we encounter is the first medal, right, sir?
First medal, correct, absolutely. That's the most important part. As it's in the ascending order, we will get that information. So as soon as the information is added, if that same player appears again in the table, right, that is possible. The same player might have won more than one medal. So in that case, that same person will come again, that same player will come again. But at that time, this is key, right? Not is key. This will return false because the name will be there in the dictionary. And as the name is there in the dictionary, is key will return true, not of true is false. And because of that, this particular line number 5, the updated line number 5 will not be executed. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to understand what is happening here? Any doubts in this particular question?
Sir,
No doubt, sir.
about line 6, if here else part is present, then C will be also the correct answer.
No, actually. See,
Okay.
because what we are interested, okay, if else part is there, what you are saying, right? Then what actually you will write in else part?
Else part first I replace the fourth line code. Each key is not each key. After
Correct.
that, then when same name is come again, then we just increase the counter. Suppose first time occurring ABC, first time, second time also come ABC, then we increase the number of times. It's 2.
Okay, but ohm, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
what we are trying to do here, we are not interested in knowing how many medals the person won. Try to
Okay.
understand. I mean, what is the purpose of this dictionary? Read this. Can you see my pointer over here, my mouse pointer?
Yes.
What
First
it says,
medal is
first
stored.
medal stores a dictionary with player's name as key, mapped to type of their first medal. So that type might be gold or silver or bronze or maybe something else. So we are interested only in that information. That player might have won 10 medals. I'm not interested in that information. I am not interested in that count. I'm just interested in knowing which is the first medal. Let's say Om won. Let's say gold medal is the first medal you won. After gold, you might have won another maybe 5 golds, 4 silvers, 10 bronze, doesn't matter. I'm not interested in knowing that information. What I want, which is the first medal you won. That's all.
Got
So
it.
that appending is not required or incrementing is not required, right?
Right, sir.
Right.
And another one is silly doubt, sir. Here, plus meaning of plus is there. Can you?
Yes. So plus is an operator which we studied in week 5 from list.
Yes, sir.
What it do, it appends a value. I mean, if there is a list, we can insert a value inside a list. Or if
Append.
there are two lists, we can merge those two lists together.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Got it, sir.
left and right type data must be list, right, sir?
Yes, correct. So plus plus is an operator which works on two operands, and both operands must be lists. And that is why, I mean, on the left side as well as the right side of plus plus operator, it should be the both operands should be lists,
List.
right?
Got it, sir.
Then
Yes, sir.
only then only you can work with it, right? You can insert, you can merge two lists. You can't merge a list with integer, right? So
Right, sir.
both should be list. Then only this merging or appending or this insertion, whatever you call it, is possible. Okay.
Yes, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sure. Thanks. Any other doubts? If not, then shall we move to next question?
Next question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So next question. Let's see. This is problem 2. This is slightly easier as compared to previous question. So it's very similar to what we have done earlier. So maybe 2-3 minutes of time. Okay, any doubt in the question or in the option? Not able to understand anything? All right, then let's take another 2 minutes and try to submit the answer. I have some 14 responses so far, 15 now. Okay.
Each key output depend only upon the key value, right? Only keys. If key present, that true, otherwise false.
Yes, correct. Only key. Value is not important there. It's with respect to key only. Correct. Okay, so some 20 people, 20 odd people have given the response. So let's see what the responses are, and then we'll try to analyze the question. So is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you see the majority of responses says it's option B, that's 19, and then there are a couple of odd people who are saying one couple of odd submissions, which is for option A and C. Okay, and now D as well. Okay, let's see which one is correct. Okay, anybody who actually submitted option A, B, A, C, or D? Would you like to explain your thought? It's different than others, so maybe it's worth listening, to understand how you are interpreting the code. Anybody who submitted option A, C, or D, would you like to explain how you solved it?
I will try, sir. I put A.
You put A. Okay, sure. Yeah, Lokesh, go ahead.
I'm not sure whether correct or, but I will try.
Yeah, that's fine. So I strongly appreciate what you're doing, right? Even though you are in the minority with respect to submissions, right? Still you're showing courage to explain it. That's really admirable. So please go ahead. Right or wrong, that's not important. We are here to learn, right? So that's not important.
C is the empty list. The next is C, do something, that is a procedure.
Correct.
Procedure do something X, so that is I is a one variable which is initiated to 1. B is another variable which is empty string. Outlist is the empty list. Then D is a dictionary here, empty dictionary. So while X dot letter count is less than I, so that is letter count is will be always greater than 1 only. So B is equal to ith letter of the X dot word. So whatever be the first letter of, let us say, student, S will come here. B will be equal to S. So next, if dot is key D into B, so here I am trying to find out whether dictionary D has value of has key for letter B. But it is not here, so it will be like do not have, like it will make false. So in dictionary D is empty, so I will see for S, do we have any value into dictionary D? So in that way, DB will be equal to true. If the values there, here I am lost. Then outlist will be outlist plus plus B. So outlist is again a list actually, so it will extend, expand that, add that word to the outlist actually.
Correct.
So that is what. So first two answer which I thought, because here the list will be output, not the dictionary. That is what I was very sure, but not about A and B. And then I is equal to I plus 1. I return the outlist. So outlist will be our total output. But not about after DB true and outlist will be here and not.
Okay. So I mean, majority of the part what you explained, you were on the right track. Slight mistake you did with respect to these. I mean, when we were looking at these two lines. Okay. So what is happening is, what is D of B being true? What does that signify? This line, D of B is equal to true.
If dictionary D has key for B.
No, it's not there, right? That is something we already know. If it's not there, that is why we came to this line, right?
Okay.
See, when we will come to this line, D of B is equal to true, only when this if condition evaluates to true, correct?
Okay.
And when if condition evaluates to true, that means each key must have written false.
Okay.
Right?
B is not there.
That means B is not inside D.
Ith letter is not inside.
Yeah, the ith letter of just hang on.
But here I have only confusion what we are using, that not word here, no, sir.
Yeah, so what does not means? Not means it's opposite of what each key is returning. Each key will always return either true or false, right?
Yeah, so each key will give answer that it is not there, but when you are putting not, then it will reverse that false to
yes.
true.
So whatever it returns, it will reverse that. That is how not works.
Okay.
So if each key returns true, then not will make it false. And if each key returns false, then not will make it true. So it's exactly opposite of what each key returns.
Okay.
That is what that not is. Okay. So what I was trying to tell you is, if D of B is equal to true, that means what? The key is not there. That is why we came to this line. So what we are doing, we are adding a new key inside dictionary B, inside dictionary D. What is that value? I mean, the key is B, whatever that letter is. And against that, we are storing one value which is true. So every key inside dictionary D, the value will be always be true. So whatever alphabet, new alphabet comes, right? What is ultimately ith letter of X dot word, right? Which is nothing but some alphabet from A to Z, correct? So if that alphabet already is there in dictionary D, we ignore it, nothing happens. If that alphabet is not there in the dictionary, we add that alphabet in the dictionary as a key, and against that we store value which is true. So every new alphabet will be a key in dictionary and value will be true. And that same alphabet we are appending to this out list.
So
Okay.
that is the DB is equal to true is addressing that it is not getting repeated. So unique alphabet, is it that it is telling us?
Yeah, I mean, not the true part. The unique part comes because once that particular alphabet is added in the dictionary, next time when that alphabet appears again, each key will give you true, will give return true, right? Because that alphabet is there in the dictionary.
Okay.
And as each key returns true, not of true will make it false. And because of that, these two lines will not be executed.
Okay, got
And
it.
because of
Thank you.
that letter will not be appended into out list.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Lokesh?
One thing, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, just
DB,
yes, hold on. Lokesh, have you understood that part?
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, great. Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
yes, sir. DB equal to true. What is the effect of this line, sir?
Okay. DB being true actually doesn't have much of an impact. The important part is DB has to be added as a key in dictionary D. That the B, whatever the character is there, right? The important part is that character has to be added in the dictionary. But when you add that character in a dictionary, you cannot add only key, right? You require some value against it. So what we are saying is, okay, this character being true means what we have already seen it. We already saw this character, so we are setting value for that character as true.
Okay, got it, sir.
Got it? Yeah.
Yes, thanks.
Sure. So that is why
Excuse me,
the
sir.
answer. Yes, who's that?
I'm Tarika.
Yeah, Tarika, go ahead.
So what happened if put the value false instead of true? Like, it's just for the namesake we are putting true, or does it really mean something?
No, it actually doesn't mean anything. For namesake, it is there because the loop is, I mean, this particular if block, right? The is key.
Yeah.
Each key will always return true if the key is inside.
Yeah.
Each key is not interested in knowing what is the value. So instead of true, if we get false, still the pseudocode will work exactly as
So
it
it's
is.
just for the namesake. Okay.
It's for namesake, correct. That's why I said, right, every value inside dictionary D will be true only. There won't be any character with false as a value, right? So in such a case, actually it doesn't matter. What we are focusing on is key part, not the value part. So value can be anything, true, false, or even I can set value as Tarika for every character. No problem.
For every
Right?
key, a value is necessary. If value is not there, then there is error, right?
Yes, correct. Absolutely correct. And that is why we are setting that value. So something has to be there, and most meaningful thing is true, right? That we have seen this character, so we are setting it to true. So that's the most meaningful. That's why we are doing it. But otherwise, that value or setting it to true doesn't have much of an impact on this pseudocode. Anyway, it will always give you the same answer, which is list of unique alphabets for word in row Y. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Okay, so it's the same explanation and that's the final answer.
So in one line we can say outlist is always appended whenever ith letter is not present in dictionary.
In dictionary, correct. So every time we read a new letter, we are appending it to outlist.
Yes, sir.
Right. So for example, let's take this word pseudocode. So P will be added, S will be added, E will be added, U will be added, D will be added, O will be added, C will be added, and when O comes again, we are not adding it because we have already added it. So every time when new letter comes, we add it to dictionary as well as the list.
Yes, sir. For last ODE, this if block will not executed.
Correct. For last ODE, it will not be executed. Absolutely. All right. So if everybody is okay with this, shall we move to next question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's the third question.
Sir, that do something is a previous one unique alphabet, right, sir?
Yes, do something is which we are referring from previous question. So for that, you should remember what do something is doing. What do something do?
Can we see the do something again?
List of unique alphabet.
Yes, sure. I mean, you just have to know what the answer is. What do something is returns? It returns list of unique alphabets in that particular word. Okay.
We are passing some list and it is giving some unique alphabets.
No, you are passing a row in the
Word.
table. You are giving that word, right? Word as in all the properties of word. The entire row you are passing and you are getting unique letters in that word. Correct?
Yes,
in
sir.
the form of a list. So that is what the do something is. And now with that, you are doing something more on top of it. Okay, it's a very small pseudocode. Just another minute or two. We already have some 17, 18 responses.
Sir,
Yes.
in this question, how to determine in option word data set or sentence or word?
So we are talking
How
about
to,
words data set.
sir, how to determine the option is word in word data set or sentence in word data set?
Okay. How do you figure out whether particular thing is a sentence or not? I mean, how you come to know that this is sentence?
Yes, sir. In one row,
When
many
the
of word.
when
No,
you
usually, I
enter
mean,
the full
you have seen lot of pseudocode so far, right? How you come to know that this is end of the sentence or the beginning of the sentence?
stop.
From yes, full stop is the only way you know whether it's a with respect to sentence or not, right? I mean, even in
Okay.
with respect to general English grammar, right? A full stop is
Yes,
the
sir.
only indication that we are talking about sentences. Here we are not talking about full stops.
Yes, sir.
So I think that gives the answer to your question, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So now we have some already more than 20 responses. So let's see what the responses are and then we'll try to go. It's a very small, I mean, in fact, just about one line, right? The rest was just straightforward thing. So let's see what the responses are. Okay, 3 for A, 19 for B, and 2 for C. Yeah, so most of the people have submitted option B. Once again, anybody would like to give a try to explain why they thought option A or C is correct? So anybody who submitted option A or C, and now there is no point changing. Okay, we are not getting any marks for this. So whoever changed from A to B anyway, that doesn't make any difference. So okay. So yeah, anybody would like to explain why they thought option A, C, or D is correct? Okay, if not, I believe almost everybody got it right. Option B is correct. List of lists of unique alphabets of every word in the words dataset. So what we have already studied is do something returns what? I know, I mean, I believe everybody
List.
understood this, but just for completion's sake, let me quickly explain it and then we can move. Okay. So what do something returns? It returns list
List of
of
unique
unique
alphabet
alphabets, right?
in word
And that
dataset.
is our W. And what here we are doing is we are appending that entire list inside a list, right? It was already a list. On top of that, we put it inside a square bracket and we are appending that to C. C is a list. So it is appending this particular list inside another list. So this list of unique alphabets is going inside another list. And that will happen for every word in the table in table 1. So it will be a list of lists of unique alphabets. So every inner list will contain all the unique characters. Yes, somebody was saying something. Ritik, was it you?
No, sir.
No, okay. So
The
with
W is
full
a
screen, I'm
variable.
not able to see who's speaking.
Yes.
So yeah, Harshit is.
Yes, sir. I am problem
Yeah.
that I am confusing between that over there. W is a empty list or a variable.
Okay. W is a variable which is initially initialized to empty list, but when this do something returns some value from there, right? Then W's value will be updated, no?
So that value contained inside a list or a normal variable.
Normal variable, but W is originally we said W is a list variable, and do something also returns a list. So
Actually,
empty
we are
list gets replaced.
redesigning.
Yeah,
We
so
are
empty list,
reassigning, so nothing important about, sir.
correct. So it's simply reassigning Harshit.
Means W is resigning over there.
Yes, W is a reassignment. So originally it was empty. Now it will have some value, a list with some values inside. What that values are? These are unique alphabets from that word
Out
X.
list.
Yeah, the out list of previous question.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Understood, right? So it's same like what we used to do earlier. Okay, maybe capital A is equal to 10, and then A is equal to do something. And then that A instead of, I mean, A is equal to 0. Usually we initialize everything with 0. And later on the value 0 gets updated with some different value. Similarly, initially we made it empty list. Later on, value of W will keep updating as with respect to new word every time, the word X every time. But still, W is a list variable.
Okay, so I got it.
Okay, yeah.
Sir, in
So,
Python language, we can change the data type of variable. Is it
Yes,
also so
correct.
in pseudocode? Or if in pseudocode a data type of variable is changed, then we will consider as an error?
In pseudocode, it depends, I mean, but usually we do not do that. We don't change the data type of a variable in pseudocode. So see, pseudocode is not a standard programming language, right? It's just a understanding between two human beings. Computer doesn't understand pseudocode. Pseudocode is just a understanding between people, right? Between humans. So there is no standardized way of writing pseudocode. If you and me, we both agree on something, okay, then it is allowed. If we agree, okay, this is not allowed, then that is not allowed. That is how pseudocodes are written. And the way we have explained that in computational thinking course, that we are not changing data type of a variable, because there are many languages out there which does not support that change of data type. Python is one of the exceptions where it is allowed, you can change the data type of variable. There are n number of such languages. In fact, majority of languages will not allow you to do that. Python is one of the exceptions. So yeah. So with respect to this, we are sticking with what majority of the languages do. That don't change the, or no, it's not allowed to change the data type of a variable once it is created. So W we created as a list, it will remain as a list no matter what. All right. Okay, so if this part is clear, shall we move to next question? So yeah, this is anyway we have discussed. That's the final answer. Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's start with problem 4. Read the question very carefully. As you can see, it's a bit lengthy question. So every sentence in the question is very important. Try to read the question carefully. Take 5 minutes. Try to solve the question. Pseudocode is very easy, straightforward, but the understanding of question part is tricky over here. Yes? Somebody was saying something? Okay. Any doubt with the question? Because as I said, that's the big tricky part. Pseudocode is pretty straightforward. Okay, maybe another 2 minutes. Take your time, try to solve the question.
Player can be repeated, right, sir? Means many time player got gold, many time silver.
Ideally, that's a possibility unless it's not clearly mentioned in the question statement. Is it mentioned anywhere in the statement? But it says true, then the player with sequence number n has one list one. Yeah, that means, yeah, it's possible that one player can might have won more than one medal and maybe again same type of medal multiple times.
That question.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
yes.
if a person get, like you said, 2 gold or 2 silver, but then there is, I mean, for X dot medal, there is nothing, I mean, the list is not initialized, so I don't think we can take like that.
X dot medal list is not initialized.
Yeah, sir, because it cannot take, if for one key, if we want to put 2 values, we should initialize it to list, right?
Yeah, see, okay. What you are trying to say is different, right? I'm not saying that we are supposed to store a list for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
saying there
As
is
per
a
this question, we
possibility.
cannot take that like 2 gold or 2 silver. We cannot take because the list is not initialized. So we have to assume like we are taking just one. Like
Listen, Tarika. See, with Olympics data set, there is a possibility that there might be a players with multiple golds or multiple silvers or bronze and so on, right? But
yeah,
our
there will be.
pseudocode may or may not consider them, depending
Yeah,
on
I
the
know.
logic.
That's why I'm saying as per this pseudocode, it
Yeah,
is not
we will
initialized.
ignore them. In that case, we might ignore them. But still, there is a
Yeah,
possibility
that's what.
such player might be there, right?
Yeah, that's why we have to ignore the condition that we can store 2 gold or 2 silver.
No, I'm
We have to
not saying
ignore.
we can store. What I'm saying is the original data set might have that possibility.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, whether we can store it or we are not storing it, that depends on purely on the pseudocode. That is something you have to figure out. That's why I'm not
Okay.
explaining the code. I'm just explaining the general data set.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, the options C and option D are quite confusing because
C and
C and D, what's the difference? If
C
C is
and D.
correct,
D is none
then
of these, no?
if C is correct, then we may also say that none of the above both are correct. None of the above options are
In
correct.
sir
Okay,
option has
okay.
given C, D both.
Okay, the pseudocode will never provide the correct result, and okay,
But there
okay.
is difference, sir.
Yeah, there is a difference. I mean, okay, this is not a quiz question, so it's not reviewed to that level. So submit either of those two if you feel that is the case.
In option you have provided, sir, C, D both.
Yeah. So ignore one of those. I mean, maybe ignore option D, submit C if you think it will not provide correct result. Ignore option D if that's the case. There
Okay,
is
sir.
small difference, but yeah. So do you think that's the correct answer?
Probably yes, sir.
Okay, who's that? Avinash.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so there are some 20, 21, 22 responses. So I think that's more enough. Let's see what the responses are. Hey, why people you are submitting multiple? Is it MSQ or MCQ? Oh, it is MSQ. Okay, okay. Okay, so we have most of the people have submitted option C, which is 12. B is 3 and D is 8. Okay. So CD, there is no confusion, I believe, with respect to this. So C being highest, that is 12. So let's see whether that's right or wrong or what's happening. Okay. So first, let's check who's correct, who's not. And okay. So this is the question, right? Problem 4. So what happens? What is happening here? Let's first try to understand the question. The following pseudocode is executed using the Olympics dataset. At the end of the execution, this sequence dictionary, right? We have here SEQ This sequence dictionary stores a dictionary such that if sequence dictionary of n, right, of n is equal to 1 is a true statement, then so that means if this particular value with some value n, right, some value for n, if for some key n value is 1, if that is true, then the player with sequence number n has won at least one gold medal and at least one silver medal, or both, or bronze medal, but not both. Right? Try to understand this part.
This at least will be also goes to bronze medal, right?
Yeah, so let me repeat. So this particular dictionary for key n value will be 1 only when the player with sequence number n has won at least one gold medal and at least one silver medal. Okay, one silver or one gold or bronze medal, but not both. So the player might have won gold, at least one gold, or at least no, and one silver. So I might have won gold and silver both, or I might have won bronze medal. But it's not possible that the player has won gold, silver, and bronze, all three. That's not possible. So that or part is in that sense. Okay, or bronze medal, but not both. Okay. Or you can consider other error, doesn't matter. I mean, actually that doesn't have much of an impact because pseudocode is written in a completely different manner. So rest is anyway the standard. So let's dig
That
into
means
the pseudocode.
exactly two type of medal must be there. Exactly two, and one of them must be gold, right?
Yeah. So N has won at least one gold medal and at least one silver medal or bronze medal, but not both. So gold is mandatory, at least one gold is mandatory. Along with that, you can have silver or bronze. So it's a combination of gold plus silver or gold plus bronze. So these two combinations are possible over there. Okay. So let's look at the pseudocode now. What we are doing, if x dot medal is equal to gold, let's look at, I mean, there are three if blocks. Let's understand all three. If a medal is gold, we are setting value to 0. If medal is silver, we are incrementing value by 1. If bronze, we are incrementing value by 1. So ultimately, what is the possibility of values? The value can be either 0, 1, 2, or 3, right? So value being 0 means what? That person won only, that the person won only gold medal, right? What if the value
Yes,
is
sir.
1? What if the value is 1? If value is 1, what does that mean? The person might have won silver or bronze, but definitely not both.
Gold, it should be 1, sir, not 0.9.
No, for only gold, we are setting the value to 0, right? As per first if block.
Yeah.
So when this statement will become, what is the statement? Sequence of dictionary, sequence dictionary of n is equal to 1. What does that mean? The value associated for this player or the sequence number n is 1. That statement is true. That means value is 1. That is something we have to assume. So if value is 1, then what are the possibilities? What is the possibility? Either player have won silver or bronze. Gold is by default, it will be there, right? Otherwise, this particular line will give you error, as somebody else was pointing out earlier. What if there is a person, let's say I am a player and I won only silver medal, no gold, no bronze, only silver. Then the x dot medal is equal to silver. Sequence dictionary is equal to sequence dictionary plus 1. This particular line plus 1 will give me error, because this key does not exist, or it's not there in the dictionary, but still I am trying to make it plus 1. How can I increment something which doesn't exist? So it will give error. It won't, the final answer won't be 1. It will give error. But what the question says, this is what the statement is. If the statement is true, that means the value stored for player n is 1. Then what is the possibility? What is the possibility? The only two possibilities. Either player have won gold plus silver or gold plus bronze. And that is what we are trying to find here.
But silver and gold, the bronze, which is written in the if, that is not with the or, na, or it has.
Sir, I think this question can be understood with examples, sir. Like take one example: a player got silver, bronze, gold, or gold, silver.
Okay.
And we can
That's why
eliminate
actually
the option, right, sir?
I was searching for the next slides, whether is there any example or some table with examples is there. If that's the case, I would have used that for explanation. But unfortunately, it's not there. So anyways, that's why actually I forwarded the slides and I was checking for it. So it's not
Sir,
there.
what
I
is
think
correct option?
it's not there.
D.
No, the option is A only. The pseudocode will provide the correct result. It will provide the correct result.
Sir, suppose Olympic data set contain only 4 rows of same player Ritik, let's say. First, Ritik got silver, then bronze, then gold, then silver. In cyclic order, starting from silver, bronze, gold, silver. So it is returning false in this case, right? And the value will be 1, and it is saying that
how that value will be 1? Can you repeat the sequence?
Silver, bronze.
It will only work for 1 also, no?
Silver, bronze, gold, silver. In cyclic order, sir, where it is written, I am starting from second condition. Silver, bronze, gold, silver.
Okay. So when the silver is checked, there will be error, right?
Sir, in first silver it will be updated to 1. In bronze it will
No,
updated
it
to
will
2.
not be updated to 1. That's my point. It will not be updated to 1.
Sir, it is incremented 1, sir, right?
But for incrementing, the key has to be there in the first place. How can you increment something which doesn't exist? That sequence dictionary, in that particular dictionary, the
Okay, sir.
key is not there, right?
Let's check gold, silver, bronze, gold, silver.
Okay, can you repeat? Silver?
Starting from gold, let's start from gold. Gold,
okay.
0.
Okay.
Silver,
Silver.
1.
Uh,
Bronze, 2.
right.
Gold, 0.
Again gold.
Silver,
Okay, 0. Yes, silver.
1. This 5 element only.
Okay, so you are saying the answer will be 1, but actually person have one more than. Yes, correct.
Yes, sir. That's
That
why
will
I
be-
marked D option.
Yes, correct. What you are saying does make sense. So, okay, I should update the answer from my end then. Yeah. So what you are saying is correct. I mean, it will give a incorrect option. I mean, I believe that's why most of the people have submitted that answer. No.
Sir, the one doubt is because
Yeah,
all the
most of
if
the people
loop
submitted
is
that. Yeah.
written. Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, the way the if loop is written, so it is all and, right? Doesn't consider or anywhere, right? Am I correct, sir?
Can you repeat? Your voice was breaking a bit.
Sir, I'm saying this all the if loop that is only considering and condition, nothing or actually. So we have to have silver or bronze. So it will never come in the way it is written, right? Silver or bronze.
No, it's silver or bronze, it will not. Right. See, the important part is what somebody was talking about earlier. What if a person gets multiple gold? Every time that gold is processed, the value will be reset to 0. Right. We might have incremented it for some number of times, doesn't matter whether 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, but it will again come back to 0 if the person gets gold again.
Okay.
And that is the place where there is a problem.
And
If
sir,
I get multiple
what
golds, for
you
first
have,
gold is okay, but for second gold, it will again become 0. And that should not happen. That's where the mistake is.
and sir, you have said in silver, suppose a person does not get gold first, and silver, the if condition will be true.
Yes.
And in after that, this line will not be executed.
It will not be executed. There will be error for that line because what is happening?
So we will
What
report
is the
error,
right
right?
hand side part? Sequence dictionary of x dot sequence number plus 1. But in
Which
order
does
to
not
do
exist.
plus 1, you should have something, right? Then only you can do plus 1.
So this is error, right, sir?
That is error. Correct. That is error. See, it's like, okay, I give you nothing and I ask you what is the value of nothing plus 1. That's not possible to compute, right?
Yes, sir. That nothing is not defined.
It's
If
not
that
defined. So
not
that is exactly that exactly what will happen with respect to this line over here in second if or this line in third if gold is not there before silver or bronze. So considering all this, the pseudocode is incorrect and we will not get any correct result. I mean, this part I understand these two options should not be there. Only one option should be there. But yeah, in general, the pseudocode will not give you the correct result because of this particular problem over there. As I said, we are mandating that gold should be there first and it should not appear again.
only with certain condition it will provide correct.
Yes, it
not
will
all.
provide
Sir,
correct
in
answer
one
only with
condition,
certain condition.
sir, in
Yeah.
one condition, C option can be correct. If the person gets first gold and second award, he get silver or bronze. So I think
C
C
option
option
will
should not
never
be
be
there.
correct. But sometimes pseudocode can be correct, but C option will never be
Sometimes.
correct.
Yeah, sometimes, right. So that
Sometimes, yes.
occasional thing is we should not make that as a final conclusion, right? For odd exceptional scenarios, it will be there. Oh, that is possible only if there is gold followed by silver or gold followed by bronze. Then only it will be possible, right? Or gold followed
Sir,
by
actually,
yeah.
in answer B, I think they have covered that scenario.
Pseudocode will provide the correct result for those players who have not won the gold medal at the as the last medal.
But in my option, sir, it is also incorrect. At the last, it is silver.
Yeah, it is. See, okay, last is silver, right? That's what you're saying. So that's what I said, right? If the player doesn't have one gold more than once, right? Not more than once. Gold, not more than once, but also have one gold as the first medal. So first medal is gold and thereafter no gold. Then only the pseudocode will work.
So here option D, sir,
Understand?
right?
The first medal is gold and there onward there is no gold at all. Then only the pseudocode will work. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Option D is correct, right, sir?
Yeah, C or D. I mean, either whatever you consider. The pseudocode will never
No,
provide
sir.
the correct.
Sometime it might get correct.
Okay, then D. Okay. I mean, if you look at that way that it will never provide, then yeah, none of these. It sometimes it will provide correct, sometimes it will not, depending on what actually values are there in the Olympics dataset. So yeah, in that sense, none of these will be the correct answer. Okay. I understand it's a bit confusing. We can maybe
This type of question
rework
can
on the
come,
options to make it even more clear.
sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
can
Yes. Actually.
these type of question are come in quiz too or not?
No. They won't be there. Don't worry. I mean, at least not with this kind of a confusion.
Okay, sir.
Okay. See, as I said, right?
Easier
These
question
are
will come
not
and
these are
harder
not
question will come.
exam questions. Exam questions are thoroughly reviewed and evaluated before putting them in the question paper. This is
They
just
are only moderate level questions, no?
Yeah. These are some very, I mean, some questions which are
I'm taking questions. These are.
just constructed just for a discussion sake. See, whatever discussion which we are having is more important than those questions during live sessions. So the more focus is provided on what students are learning out of this question. But in exam, that's not we are not checking what you are learning. We are checking what you have already learned through those evaluations, right? So over there, the focus is purely on questions and correctness of answers. Here, that much importance is not given in that regard. So don't worry too much about this. In quiz 2, there won't be any question with this kind of a confusion.
Yes, sir, because it is so time taken, no?
Yeah, absolutely. I understand. So that's why I said, don't expect, I mean, don't even think that such a question with confusing options won't be there in the exam.
The level of exam question will be lesser than this type of question, right?
Yeah, I mean, it will be same like what you usually see with your graded assignments or practice assignments, right? So all the quiz or in-term questions, the difficulty level will be on par with your practice or graded assignments. So that's how it is designed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine. Then shall we move to next, the last question, fifth one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is fifth one. Now try to solve this one. Now there should not be any confusion with any of the options. They are pretty crystal clear. They are different.
Sir, unique element of L means L is a list, right?
L is a list. Yes. Let unique returns a list of unique elements of L. So L is a list with some elements and that particular procedure returns only the unique elements from it, the distinct elements from it. And then simply it removes the duplicate. That's all.
Sir, in word data set, there can be many sentences, right?
Yeah, in word data set, there can be many sentences.
I think none option is correct.
Okay. Maybe let's.
Yes, sir.
Option A is correct.
As
Yeah,
per
I
me,
mean,
only
whatever
A
you
is
think,
correct.
whatever you think, please submit. We'll have a discussion. No.
So there's no
There is no
option to
option.
submit. Yeah.
What?
Yes, sir.
No option
Only
to submit?
So there is no option for just A. It's with B, A and B.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
None of
I
these is
think
also
it's
not there.
A.
No, I see. One of these options is correct. That much I will tell you for sure.
Yeah, but sir, in the option there is nothing like A. It's with B, A and B.
Oh, yeah, I got the point. I mean, might be some configurational error.
Sir, A, B are both
That's
there.
why the responses are like this, huh?
Only A not there.
So there is no option like only A.
Only A. Yeah, I got it.
It should be only A.
Yeah. So actually, I mean, anyway, we have already had discussion. So let me tell you. The what somebody was saying. I don't get the name. I think Tarika. I think she was saying the correct answer is option A. Right. So yeah, I mean, I'll check why that option A, only A or only B was not appearing there. That's might be some issue from periodic side. But okay, so this is the answer. But now let's try to understand why that's the answer. Okay. So first, let's try to understand the question is the following pseudocode is executed using words dataset. Let unique L returns the list of unique elements of L. Right. So you have to supposed to give L as an input, which is some list, and returns this procedure returns a list with unique elements from the input. So it simply removes all the duplicates. Right. So then what will W count represent at the end of the execution of the pseudocode? Ignore the upper and lower case and punctuation symbols while comparing the other words. So we are not interested in, we will consider the case of the letter, I mean uppercase, lowercase as equal, right? So capital A and small a will be considered as same letter. And the punctuation marks and all the special characters are ignored over there. Okay, then we have this pseudocode, right? Okay, so what is there? We have a list as a list, W count as a dictionary. Both are empty initially. Then while table 1 has more rows, read the first row X from table 1. As soon as we read it, what this line is very important. A list is equal to explode X dot 1. Explode is something which we have explained in the lecture, right? In one of the lectures, yes, professor explained this particular procedure called explode. What it do? It accepts a word and it returns a list with all characters in that word in a list, right? So a list is a list of characters or list of alphabets in the word X, in word X. Okay, so a list is a list of all alphabets. Then we are passing that list to this particular procedure unique. And updated value of a list is all unique alphabets of that list, right? Alphabets of that list as in the original word X. So a list is a unique alphabets of word X. Then for each alpha in a list, so each alphabet in a list, what we are doing, if each key W count comma alpha, alpha as in that particular character and W count is the dictionary. If that character is there in that dictionary, you are supposed to increment the value. That character is not there, then add that character and set it to 1. Right? So every time we get that character,
ultimately it count.
Sorry?
It count characters or number of character it happened.
Yeah, number of times that character appear, right? But the important part to notice over here is we have executed this unique procedure, unique function on that list. So for every word, this increment or this setting, it will happen only once. There is no possibility that the same letter appeared multiple times in a word and that's why
other word it will be happen, sir.
For different word it might happen, but for same word, W count of alpha will not be incremented more than once. Correct? Like what we were discussing earlier, pseudocode, the word pseudocode. For word pseudocode, after this A list is equal to unique of A list, this ODE, these 3 letters at the end, right, they will be removed. So when this for each loop executes for PSEUDOC, that's all. For only for these characters, this for each loop will be executed because ODE will not exist over there. So P will be incremented 1, S will be 1, E will be 1. So at the end, all these PSEUDOC, all values will be 1. That means they all these characters appear once. That's all, right? If they appeared again, then that for different word, not for same word. That is what the
one word only one time increment is possible.
Yes, they might have appeared multiple times in a word, but incrementing will happen only once for that word. So now let's look at the options. Dictionary with alphabets. No, let's read the incorrect options first. We'll come to correct one later. Dictionary with alphabets as keys, correct. Map to number of sentences in which the alphabet is present. Of course, it is not correct because the concept of sentence doesn't exist in this pseudocode at all. There is no checking of full stop and all that. So definitely sentence is out of picture. Next, dictionary with alphabets as keys map to the maximum frequency of the alphabet in the word. As you can say, we are not checking any maximum anywhere. We are not computing whose, we are not even comparing whose value is greater than whose and all that. So definitely maximum is again out of context.
Sir, if this A list is equal to unique list removed, then C option is correct, right?
Then C option, right? The dictionary with alphabets as keys map to the maximum frequency of alphabet. No, not maximum. It will have entire count, right? Number
yes,
of
sir.
times the
Also, we should
character
remove a
appear
word.
across the data set.
But that represent maximum frequency, no? Maximum
So that's
frequency
not
10
maximum
10 time count.
frequency, right? Maximum frequency is for specific character. Dictionary with alphabets as keys map to the maximum frequency of the alphabet in the word. Not in the word, right?
In
It will
whole word
represent
data
the
set.
overall count, how many number of times that character appeared, that alphabet appeared across data set. That is what it will denote, right?
Yes, sir, understood.
So, yeah, so even C is correct, C is incorrect. And D is again, it has something to do with sentences. So maximum as well as sentences. So anyway, we already ruled both out. So dictionary with alphabets as keys map to the number of words in which the alphabet is present. That's the correct answer. Every time a character is present in a word, we are incrementing it only once for that word. It might be incremented more than once but every incrementation will be for different word. That is the important part to note over there. Right?
Yes, sir, understood, sir.
Okay. Any other doubt?
No doubt, sir. Now my all dictionary doubt has clear, sir.
Okay, great, great. But please do watch lectures, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will watch after completing assignment.
Okay.
Sir, apart from this, can I ask one doubt? I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a doubt
sure.
in practice question.
Yeah, Tarika. Just hold on. Let me first clear this. Is there any doubt with
Okay.
this particular thing? This question or something? If not, then maybe we can open it for
Sir, no
general
doubt, but
discussion.
if there is certain critical concept or critical mistake in dictionary which was covered in week 7 lecture, if there is something critical concept like data types not matching, if there is something, then please tell that, sir.
No, nothing of that nature. Actually, week 7 and week 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 7 and 8, both weeks are based on dictionary. Okay, so it's not just 1 week. So dictionary is that important. 2 weeks are dedicated for dictionary, just like list. List was there are 2 weeks, week 5 and 6 were dedicated for list. Similarly, dictionary is also two are there, 7 and 8. So don't take it lightly. Dictionary is very, very important. So that's why I'm repeating again. Do watch those lectures. Okay.
Okay, so list has a bracket, big bracket, and this has medium bracket, right? A curly bracket.
Yes, curly bracket. And I mean, that's just the notation, but there are other aspects also, right? The way data is stored inside and so on.
So tomorrow also you are conducting one session, right, in the night?
Tomorrow?
So you are conducting one session tomorrow, right?
No, tomorrow I don't see any session in the, at least in the calendar.
I mean, on Sunday maybe?
No, we don't have any session on Saturday, Sunday. Next session is on Monday and Tuesday.
That will be for week 8.
Yes, that's for week 8.
Okay.
Yesterday there was a one session for week 7. So yesterday and today there were 2 back-to-back sessions for week 7. Yesterday and
Yesterday I attended. I don't know. I think I have seen something in calendar. I will check again.
Yeah, check again. As far as what I am seeing with city calendar, there are only 2 sessions. That's yesterday and today. No, nothing for tomorrow or day after. Okay. So, anything else? Any other doubts?
Sir, I have a question.
Okay, your voice is breaking. Can you check your connection?
Now,
Anand,
uh,
it's still
what
still breaking. Is it only for me, for others also experiencing same? Can somebody confirm?
Yes, sir. His voice is breaking.
Yeah, so it's same for
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah. So Anand, there's some network issue on your end only. Can
Yes, sir.
you
You
Yes.
can
check it
write,
and
sir, on chat.
yeah, maybe you can post it in chat.
And sir, mock test of
Yes,
CT
sir.
will
Yes.
be happen. How many mock tests will happen? And could you please provide the dates before this quiz too?
Yeah, before quiz 2, the mock will be there. At least one mock will be there before quiz 2. Dates, I mean, we haven't, may not have been, may not have
In
decided yet.
29, 30, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, there is mock of stats and maths. CT mock,
No,
no?
that is some weekly mock which maths and stats team alone do. That is not related to CT. Only maths and stats, it's a numerical, mathematical type courses, right? So they do these weekly mocks. For CT, we will have mock just a few days before quiz 2, like what we had before qualifier or quiz 1, right? So
Yes,
similarly,
sir.
there will be a mock before quiz 2.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
And sir,
no
in
weekly,
term
weekly
exam
mocks won't be there.
is same way as quiz 1, quiz 2. Only syllabus is 1 week to 12 week. Are there is difference?
Sorry, for quiz 2.
No, sir. For end term exam, is end term exam pattern, number of question, and time, or same as in quiz 1 and
No,
quiz 2?
it will be double. It will be double. So time will be double. Usually you get some 45 minutes for quiz 1, quiz 2, right?
Oh, sir, 4 hours for whole 4
4
paper.
hours. I mean, it's a quiz 1, you got 4 hours, right? For
Yes, sir.
quiz 2, I mean, usually what happens is that's what you get for quiz 1, quiz 2. For end term, that's not the case. For end term, in a slot, you get only 2 subjects. In quiz 1 or quiz 2, you do usually 4 subjects, right? In a slot in 4 hours.
Yes,
But
sir.
end term is different. End term, number of questions will be approximately double. So time is also
In,
provided in that proportion. So you get 1.5
but
hour for each subject in end term.
okay.
Okay, so it's one
Sir,
and a half hour for.
means I have taken 4 subject, means 1.5, yani 5.5 hour.
No, 6 hours. No, if you have taken 4 subjects, it's 6 hours. So what you're supposed to do, how it works is, you have to give exam in both slots. Morning slots 3 hours. That's where we will conduct it for 2 subjects, and afternoon
Okay.
again 3 hours for other 2 subjects. So you have to give exam
Mm.
in both slots, morning as well as afternoon. 2 subjects in the
So it,
morning, 2 subjects in the afternoon for in term.
so subject choice will be provided or it will be random.
No, it will be fixed. It will be announced. So 2 subjects, which subjects in the morning and which subjects in the afternoon, that will be announced. It will be constant for everybody. Usually we do math and English together and stats and CT together. Usually that's the pattern followed. But if there is any change anyway, I mean, you will come to know about all this when you get the hall ticket. Intern is quite far from now. First think about quiz 2.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I send. Please check chat box.
Okay. There's a lot of discussion happening in the chat box. I wasn't following it if was something important. Okay. So, okay, Anand, what is the meaning of update dictionary D comma alpha dic? Okay. Where you found that, Anand?
Sir, this is a question of graded assignment. I don't know what is the answer. I know what is the meaning of update dictionary.
Okay. It's a graded assignment question of which week?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Week 7.
Week 7, but
Question
still
number
it's
2.
open. No, it is still
Question
open
number
graded
2.
assignment, right? So I can't give you the answer of that question. Due date is tonight.
Yes, sir.
So I
Sir,
can't.
I can't ask answer. I just know what is the meaning.
Okay. Can you tell me question number?
Second, sir. 2.
Okay. Question 2.
Update dick is procedure, sir.
Yes, update dick is a procedure, and in that procedure, we have passed this Z and alpha dick, this dictionary. And then it returns
Yes, sir.
this dictionary after some computation, and that dictionary is again stored in this particular variable. So your confusion, and now can you tell me which line number is where you're confused?
Sir, line number 2, sir. Alpha dick is equal to update dick Z comma alpha dick. But I can't understand this.
So alpha dict
Line.
is what is this dictionary?
Yes, sir. Alpha dick is given for
Is given.
line number 1.
Is line number
Yes, sir.
1. It is given. And Z is
Yes,
what?
sir.
Z is this. This is also given.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So with these two given values, we are supposed to execute this procedure. We actually discussed very
Okay.
similar
Yes, sir.
question in today's session. In today's session, the
Yes, sir. Yes,
first
sir.
question was almost equivalent to this one.
Actually,
Yes,
this
sir.
second line alpha dict is dict, which is written by the procedure in line number 16.
Yeah. Okay, so beyond that, I can't tell you more. You figure it out yourself.
Okay.
I mean, question is
Yes,
correct.
sir.
Yeah, you should
should-
watch today's session first 10-15 minutes again. That's what we have
Yes,
discussed.
sir. I watch.
Okay. Okay. Somebody raised a hand. I missed that. Who was it?
It's me, Tarika.
Yeah, Tarika, go ahead.
So practice assignment question number 3. Can you please explain, I mean, with the, like, taking
Practice
example?
assignment
Question number 3.
of week 7, no?
Yeah, week 7.
Okay.
There's so many loops in that. I couldn't do that.
This one, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you referred the solution document?
Yes, sir, but I cannot understand. Can you please explain with an example?
Okay. Consider the dictionary created in the previous question. What will item list stored at the end of the execution? Okay. So what that item list will store? The dictionary D created in previous question.
So the second question I could do it, but third I couldn't.
First, let me see what that dictionary is. Remember all that. So question 2, that dictionary was created, no? Okay, so dictionary D, it stores for maximum number of unique items sold by a shop. Okay, maximum number of, okay. That is D, huh? Okay, then what is happening in this particular case? Item list is initially empty, then L is all keys of D.
Sir, can you please zoom the screen? Cannot read.
Okay. See whether that's.
No need to zoom, sir. Anyone, any student can zoom from their WebEx app.
Oh, okay. Anyway, is it fine, Tarika, now?
Yes, sir, I can read now.
Okay. So for each A in L, for each B in L, and for each, okay, that M is different, but for each A in L and for each B in L. What is L?
So it's a list of items, unique.
List of items, list of keys in D.
Okay, list of keys.
Right, line number 2. It is a list of keys in D. What is D, and what are the possibilities of keys in D?
So shop name and the list. List of items.
Shop. What will be the key in this? Shop name will be the key, right?
Yeah, shop name.
At first level, it's shop name, right? At second level, it can be something else. But at first level, when I say keys of D, what what will the value of L? List of
Shop
all
name.
shop names, right?
Okay. Okay. All shop
So
name.
for each A in L, that means I am iterating on all shop names. So value of A will be some shop name, correct?
So, sir, if D is the shop name, I mean directory, then what is the list? You mean I'm sorry, the list of items are the values?
No.
Cannot be, right? It is also a key.
Which one?
Sir, like in the last question, we have generated shop name and we got another key as a list of items.
Correct. So it is not actually that's the point, Tarika. This is not list. It is actually two-level dictionary. It's a nested dictionary.
Okay, yeah. So the keys are shop name and item, right?
Yeah, see, first level key is shop name.
And inside it is the item.
Second level key is item.
Oh, it's inside the shop name.
It's inside the shop name. So for, let's say for Big Bazaar, let's say there is apple, true, banana, true, maybe eggs, true. That is how it is. That is.
Oh, okay.
So that these items, whatever I mentioned, these are inside Big Bazaar. Similarly for Sun General, there will be some another set of items.
Okay.
It is a
And
nested
sir,
dictionary.
how to identify if it is item or a category of item? Because
it is mentioned, right? It is mentioned as item.
Okay, so if it is category, then they will mention precisely that they are talking about the category.
It will be precisely mentioned.
Okay, okay.
So what we are doing is we are iterating on each shop. So value of A will be some shop initially.
Okay, right? Let's say Big Bazaar.
Let's say Big Bazaar. Then D of Big Bazaar. It will give you what? It will give you your inner dictionary.
Okay, so that dictionary will be the list.
No, that dictionary will have some keys, right?
So that key is the list, right?
No, keys is not a list. This function will return a list.
So this function, D of A, D is shop name.
D is not shop name. D is the entire dictionary.
Entire dictionary, but the key is shop name.
Yes, key is first level key is shop name. That's the point I'm trying to tell you, Sarika. There are two levels of
list dictionary of item.
So
yeah,
the D of A is a dictionary of items. Okay, a list of items.
Correct. So D of A is a dictionary of items.
Dictionary of items. Okay.
So keys of this will return a list of keys
corresponding to a particular shop.
Corresponding to a particular shop A. Particular shop A. So M is a list of all items with respect to A. The unique items sold by shop. So all the unique items sold by Big Bazaar. That is M.
Okay.
Are you understanding?
Yeah.
Right. Then L is equal to rest of L. That means that shop name is removed. Whatever shop name we had, we have removed that shop name. That means Big Bazaar is removed, right? Earlier A in L, A is removed. So now rest means what? The first element is removed. So Big Bazaar is removed now. So for each, next time when I execute this, value of B will not be Big Bazaar. It will be either Sun General or ISV, correct?
No, I'm not getting, sir. Sir, can you please use Notepad and explain?
Okay, sure.
And sir, also first construct the dictionary of dictionary because I'm little confused because I have not watched the lecture 7.
So that is your mistake. That there is no there is no alternative to watching lecture.
Sir, one line, sir. Only one line, right, sir. Dictionary of dictionary, sir.
Yeah, that anyway, this question requires that. So I have to. Okay. So hold on. Can you see what you're able to see?
So we can see the notepad now.
Yes, you can see the notepad, right? Okay, good.
Yes.
Notepad alone, or are you able to see the question also?
Only notepad.
Only notepad, cannot see the question.
Okay. Now can you see both?
Yes, yes, we can see both now.
Okay, great. So what is D in the first place? D is what? It's let's say I'm just writing BB instead of the whole name. Okay, just try to understand that. Now this BB is, let's say, storing, it is selling, let's say, Apple. Okay, then it is maybe saying, let's say, pen.
Sir, all item with true and false, right, sir?
Only true, there is no false. Look at the question number 2. There is no false, only true. All the unique items sold by Big Bazaar. Let's say Big Bazaar sells only apples and pens. Okay. Then, then there will be second level, which is, let's say, Sun General, SG. SG maybe sells something. SG maybe it sells, it doesn't sell Apple, but it is selling pens. And it is selling, let's say, shirts. Okay. Then the third shop, let's say SV. SV is selling shirts. It is selling Apple. And maybe it is selling pants. Okay. So this is your original dictionary. Let me.
Sir, in SB there is some mistake, I think.
Sorry, what mistake?
Bracket, sir, bracket to show dictionary.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Okay. Now it's correct.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay, so for simplicity's sake, I have split it down into multiple lines, but this is our dictionary. This is the dictionary. What it says, it's a maximum number of unique items sold by a shop. So that maximum number and all that right now we are not interested. That this is what the dictionary is. Now, Tarika, can you see this both?
Yes, sir, I can see.
So with this logic, what will be the value of A in line number 3? First of all, before that, what will be the value of L? Line number 2. L is equal to keys of D.
Keys of D. That means it's Big Bazaar, SG, and SV.
Correct. This will be your that is
Keys.
SG and SV. This is your L.
Yes.
Now what you are doing for each A in L. So in that case, what is the value of A?
And now BB.
BB. Okay. Now
And the next
after
time.
that.
Okay.
After that, what you are doing in line number 4. M is equal to, no, I mean, next time it will change. That's a different story. That
Okay,
you once you understood it for one iteration, you can repeat it, right?
Okay, so
That
M will
we'll
be
do
D
later.
of A. That means the
M will
value
be,
of BB. That means
yes.
the dictionary of items.
So M is equal to what? Keys of D of A. What is D of A? What is D of A?
Apple, true,
D
pen,
of A
true.
is this entire dictionary, right?
Yes, entire dictionary.
Entire dictionary. And I want
Yes.
keys of this dictionary.
So apple and pen.
Correct. This is what I was trying to tell you earlier. So M is also a list, but it's a list of inner keys, not the outer keys. See, BB, SG, and SV are first level keys, whereas Apple Pen is a second level key for BB. Pen and shirts is a second level key for SG. Shirts,
Yes.
Apple, and pants is a second level keys for SV. But BB, SG, and SV are first level keys. So there are two levels of keys.
Okay, got it.
Got it? So M, is it clear now?
Yeah, M, I understand till M. Yes.
Now, again, we have updated value of L. Now, L is what?
Rest
L is
of
equal to
L.
rest of L. That means this BB is removed from here.
Yes, NSG, SV.
Right. Then what is the value of B?
B in L. That means SG.
SG. Correct. So now BB will not come again because we have removed BB, right? So
Yeah, BB
now
will
what is
come.
B?
Yes.
Now what is N?
N is keys of DB. That means B is SG. So keys means pen and shirts.
Correct. Pen and shirts. Now, what is next? For each I in M. That means you are iterating on this list.
Okay.
Line number 8.
If I is equal to J. Okay, J in M.
Yeah, then I is iterating on this list and
Okay.
J is iterating on this list.
Okay. And we have to compare like if I is equal to J. That means if, where is that?
Yeah. If it is equal, then you are appending that particular item into item list.
If they are equal, okay.
Right. So
That means the
Apple is
common
not equal
items.
with common item. So Apple is not equal with pen or shirts, but then pen and pen are equal, right?
Yes.
So that means your item list will contain pen as per line number 11 because you
So
will
the
append
common
pen.
items between the two shops.
Correct.
Okay.
Will be appended. What is the final answer? List of items which are common to at least two shops.
Sir, one more question. Can you open the notepad?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, I wanted to ask like what we have learned in week 6 on list, the rest, innate, all those things. Sir, those things are applicable only for the list, not for the dictionaries, right? Like we
Yes,
cannot
correct.
say first of dictionary. We cannot say
No,
like
no,
that.
no. All those functions are specific to list. No
Only for
dictionary. In
list.
dictionary, there are only two functions: each key and keys. Only these
Okay.
two functions are for dictionaries.
Okay. Got it, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very
So
much.
this one you understood, right?
Yes, I understand it.
Okay, great. Okay, so I think there are some, we have already ran out of time. So quickly, guys, then we'll stop. So yes, Vishwajit.
Sir, I have a problem to discuss, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I have submitted all my assignments, sir. But in my dashboard, student dashboard, sir, it is showing
Yeah,
that.
that is fine, Vishwajit. Don't worry. It takes some time. That's a very common thing. It's happening with almost everybody. Don't worry. It's on your individual assignment level. The score is correct, right?
Yeah. In individual list, all the scores are correct. All the
Then don't worry about the common that dashboard. It will be updated. It takes sometimes there is some error or something, but don't worry. It will be sorted. You don't have to do worry at all about that part.
Because they must have week 1 I got 100, right? So
Yeah,
they
okay.
only 20 marks is given average, sir. So that means they have divided 100 by 20, 100 by 5. So
Okay.
so
Yeah, see, Vishwajit.
yeah.
So as I said, absolutely don't worry about that. If at assignment level, if the marks you got is correct, then do not worry about this common dashboard. Okay.
Yeah, because sir, actually in my update, sir, it is given that please, I mean, spend some time in submit assignment and remaining assignments. Otherwise, you will not be eligible for the, and you will not get the hall ticket in final exam.
No, that's a common email sent to everybody. The notification is common. It's not personalized one.
Oh, okay, sir.
So as I said, if at a assignment level, if score is incorrect, then it's a serious thing. then there must be something wrong. But at assignment level, if your score is correct, what it should be, then don't worry about anything else. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Sir,
At
what
assignment
this
level, it is
means?
showing as correct answer in the green and total score and everything, right?
Yeah. Can I
Yeah,
show
then
my
don't-
screens?
Yeah, then don't worry about anything else.
Sir, can I ask you some question?
Yes, tell
Not
me.
related to this.
Yeah.
Sir, if in case in my first week, not first month, actually I messed up with my mock test.
Okay.
So my score is really low. So like how it's going to affect in my overall score?
Mock score is low for CT.
Sir, actually what happened in CT when I started writing the paper, I mean, I clicked all the options.
Your quiz one score you mean to say?
Not quiz, mock
Okay,
test.
mock, right? The mock test score is not important. I mean, it's just a practice assignment. That score is not considered anywhere. Don't worry. Quiz score is if that's good, then that's how. See,
No,
only
quiz
quiz.
score is good. Sir, actually what happened when I clicked while submitting the mock test, in my screen, it something appears like, oops, something went wrong. It many a times it appears. I don't know why. When
Okay. Usually that
So-
happens when your network connection is shaky.
Oh, okay. And because of
The
that, and the
network
timer
connection is not weak, but it is
finished,
also showing.
and I couldn't submit the paper. Something happened like
Yeah,
that.
it's fine. If it was with mock, right?
Yeah, it's with mock.
Yeah, don't worry, no problem.
Okay then.
Sir, that mock number is provided in course participation mark, right?
That is only for term students, not for qualifier students.
Terms student means?
When you give qualifier,
Sir, actually not qualified quiz 1, 16 October.
okay. I mean,
This
but when you enrolled into the program, this term or some other previous term?
term, sir.
This term, right? So last term you were not there, no?
No, sir. This
Yeah.
September, sir.
So for you, for this term, it's not applicable for you. It is applicable only for those who are in the term students, the students with online degree ID. You are still using your personal email ID, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's not for you. It will be applicable for you from next term onwards.
Second term,
That's the standard
January.
thing. Yeah, from second term onwards, it is applicable, not for first term.
Okay, sir.
Sir, we are
Yeah.
going to get some another email ID.
Yeah, you will get official email ID of IIT Madras. We will give you roll number, and along with that roll number, we will create your email ID. It's a formal email ID with IITM domain in it. So some roll number @student.iitm, no, student.onlinedegree.iitm.ac.in. So you'll get official email ID from our side.
Sir, I don't know why, but in my Gmail, when the people ask queries, especially for the mathematics, my email gets flooded with mathematics queries.
Yeah, because you have subscribed to Math Forum. You just have to unsubscribe to it. I mean, there is a
actually in setting there is
there.
upgrade option.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Don't unsubscribe. Stay there. Just there is an option that how frequently you want to receive notifications. So currently it is at the setting where you get every notification. Just
No,
reduce it
but
down.
because for CT and statistics questions, it doesn't appear on my Gmail, only the mathematics.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. For CT and stats, the setting won't be is different, and for math, the setting might be different. So just check the setting of these and copy the same setting to math. It will work.
The setting will be in Google group.
Yeah, in the
forum.
Google group, you just have to check that setting. There you are added to 3 different groups. So for individual group, there is a different setting. For math, the setting is different, and that's why there's a problem.
Sir,
Okay,
4
I will
groups,
check.
4 subject.
Yeah, 4 subjects, depending. I mean, English is also there. English, there is, I mean, number of queries are so low, so there won't be those many number of emails. So
Thank you, sir.
okay, so that's it. Shall we stop? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Good
Thanks
night.
everybody. Bye. Bye. Good night.
Good night, sir.